Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger. It's been a while since we've done a face-to-face video. I've got here today, guys, a small pickups video. I don't have a lot of stuff, but there is some quality here, nonetheless. Mostly PlayStation 4 here today. I've got 5 PlayStation 4 games, 1 PlayStation 2 game, 2 DVDs, 1 Blu-ray, and also I got 2 Xbox 360 games. Sorry, I got the Blu-ray. Now, I sometimes have these days where I don't get a lot of games. There are days where I go in and I come home with like 20, 30 games / DVDs. And then there's days like today where I tend to get some of the more expensive stuff, and go for quality over quantity. Mostly is quality here today. There isn't really anything, cheap, and well, there are a few cheap stuff, but nothing like, shovelware or cheap stuff, in terms of like sports games and things. Now, you may wonder why no Xbox One games. I've already mentioned this. I am switching over to PlayStation 4. Don't get me wrong, I still like the Xbox One, and I'm still going to keep all the Xbox One games that I have. I'm not going to worry about getting sports games and things on PS4. I'm going to get games on PS4 that, if they are multi-platform games, normally I would have got them on Xbox One, but now I'm swapping that around. If I've already got a game on Xbox One, am I going to get it on PS4? Well, probably not. Unless it's a game that, like, it's been requested by someone for me to get on PS4 so I can play it with them, the cheap games like, like Battlefield or Call of Duty or something like that. There's no need for me to have those games on PS4 because on my PlayStation 4, I mainly play offline and solo games. I don't really play online much on PS4. I do play online on my Xbox, and that's mostly with my mate. But again, I'm always open for people who want to play PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or whatever. I'm always open to make new friends and play some games together and stuff like that. But I'm not going to bother with getting sports games and like the cheap, really cheap games on PS4. Like I said, if I've already got it on Xbox One and it's not a game that I need on PS4 or a game that I know that people are going to want to play with me on PS4, like the old FIFAs and the old Call of Duties and Battlefield and stuff, there's no need for me to have it unless I see it really cheap, that sort of thing, or I just want to get it just to have it on PS4. At the moment, I'm mainly going for games that I either haven't played on PS4, don't own, or games that, I can find. But that being said, we're going to start off with the 2 Xbox 360 games. Cheap and cheerful, nonetheless, but I don't have them. It's been a while since I got an Xbox 360 game. I picked up Legendary. This was only £1.50, that's why I got it. Don't have it in the collection. I have played it before, I think. It's sort of like a fantasy-esque sci-fi horror game, mythology. It's a first-person shooter, and you go against all of these mythological creatures like the griffins and werewolves and things. I remember playing it ages ago. I think I rented it, actually, tell a lie. And it's not a bad game, but it's nothing too special. I don't remember it being amazing, but I don't remember it being too bad, and I'm going to have to go back and play some Xbox 360 games and stuff like that and get back into the Xbox 360. But good thing about Xbox 360 is most of the games on Xbox 360 now, at least most of the well-known Xbox 360 games and the AAA titles are backwards compatible on Xbox One. That's why it's always good to have some Xbox 360 games, and they're still dirt cheap, so... And then I also picked up Blazing Angels Squadrons of World War II. It's a flight simulator. I don't really much care for flight games, which is why I had no interest in Ace Combat 7. Quite frankly, I'm not very good at them. I don't mind. I don't think they're bad games, or I don't dislike them. It's just I'm not that great at them. Well, this one says it's more of an arcade style, so I might have actually played this game before. See, flight games, they either I either enjoy them or I don't. So, but I do like World War II themed games. So here's a RAF style. Well, I wouldn't say RAF, but a flight version game, and of course it's complete with manual and disc. And I think legendary wise, except it's got a crack at the bottom. Then we got one Blu-ray and two more DVDs. The only reason this is on Blu-ray is because they didn't have it on DVD, and I wanted it because it's what we're watching tonight. Die Hard with a Vengeance. $7.99 from HMV. I don't mind having this on Blu-ray because it's my favourite Die Hard film. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best one. The best one is the first one, and I stand by that remark. But I really like Die Hard with a Vengeance. I don't know why I like it so much. I don't know, I really do like this film. It's probably one of my favourites in the action genre. Of course, Samuel L. Jackson makes an appearance in this movie too, and of course this has some special features as well, which probably wouldn't have been on the DVD. Anywho, and like I said, it's updated in Blu-ray, so perhaps, you know, in a way I don't mind having this one on Blu-ray because it's my favourite one. A lot of people ask me, you know, some people say to me, you know, are you ever going to update your DVD collection to Blu-ray? I would, but Blu-rays still aren't as cheap as DVDs. So, like for example, this was only $3.99 on DVD, brand new, but on Blu-ray it's $7.99. So yes, it's only about £3-4 more, but you do notice the difference if you were to go in and buy things. But this was part of a 2 for £13. If I would have known that, I would have probably got another one, but mainly got it because it's the only Die Hard film I don't have out of the original 4. And we're watching it tonight, me and Heather, and I absolutely love this movie. Then for 75p, I picked up another Tartan Asian extreme movie, and you know how I love my over-the-top foreign movies, and I watched that Army of Valhalla the other day, and it's not actually called Army of Valhalla, it's this Polish movie, something Sun God or something, it's like Svenkovska or something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it, and it wasn't too bad actually. I didn't realise it was Polish. I thought it was Swedish, but it was actually Polish, but it wasn't too bad. And yeah, this is Dead or Alive. I don't think it's based on the video game or anything, but it looks like another Japanese over-the-top, you know, chaotic, brutal movie, and you know how much I love my over-the-top foreign movies. It's crazy, guys. You wouldn't believe, especially on Netflix, how many foreign movies are on Netflix, and a lot of people just look past foreign movies, and because they're like, oh, they're not speaking English, I don't want to watch it. I really don't care what language the people are speaking in a movie. If the movie's good, the movie's good. I've sort of broadened my horizons lately with movies, and I started watching that Ted Bundy Files last night on Netflix. I watched 2 episodes. There's only 4 episodes, and actually it's really good. I didn't think I'm not really big on documentaries, but I do like, well, I don't like serial killers, but I do like learning about them. And that Ted Bundy, oh, blimmin' hell, it's crazy how he managed to go so long without being caught. But one could say he was the master of the game, one could say, but it's crazy. I got, after the second episode, and when they cut off, I'm like, I want to watch the next episode. But and then we got Donnie Yen in The Dragon Tiger Gate, another kung fu movie, and you know I love my kung fu movies. This is part of the Cine Asia DVD lineup, and again, Donnie Yen is very famous. I believe he's Chinese. Might be wrong. I think it is Chinese. I think Cine Asia is more Chinese. And you know how much I love my kung fu movies and stuff, and apparently this one looked pretty good. Kick-ass kung fu god, and Donnie Yen is that. Then, I'll just let you know, I've got 3 games actually here today that are buybacks. If you don't know what buyback is, it's basically when you've already owned a game, you sold it, and then you brought it back at a later date. I don't normally do that too often, but I normally sell a game if I've either completed it or I don't like it, or if in some cases it's been a game that I haven't even played, and I've had to sell it because I've needed the money at the time, which is the case with 2 of these games today. Well, actually, no, tell a lie, 2 of them I sold because I was going to get on Xbox One because I was going for a full Xbox One set. And now I switched back to PS4 and changed my mind, so I've got them back. Oh, I thought someone had ripped my chair then, but it wasn't. It was a sticker. This is a buyback, but it also isn't. Micro Machines V4. It's a buyback, but it isn't. I did own this game. However, I took a bunch of games down to PlayStation 2 games down to my mum's about a year ago. Well, yeah, about a year ago, and then obviously my parents had their house done up and everything, so they threw a load of stuff away. And I don't know if they ended up throwing my PlayStation 2 games away or they just got misplaced or whatever. And this was one of them that was down there. Kind of pissed off because it took me a long time to find it. £3.50. Oh, Dragon Tiger Gate was £1.50 and Dead or Alive was 75p. £3.50, which is actually a really good price for this game. I thought it probably would have been a bit more. This game is absolutely fantastic. The Micro Machine games are really fun, apart from the Atari one that's on PS2, but that's a different story. And it's complete. I don't think the other copy I had was complete. It's such a fun racing series. I don't really much care for racing games anymore, especially like simulators like Gran Turismo, Forza, those sort of things. But I do enjoy sort of arcade racers and party racers and kart racers and, you know, racing games that aren't taken too seriously. And the Micro Machines, again, it was originally a toy, tiny little toy cars like that big. How they got away with it, I don't know, because, you know, kids putting them in their mouth. Then again, it weren't really aimed towards young kids. But these games are really fun, addictive multiplayer games, really good games to play with your friends. Get a multi-tap, get some friends round and play 4-player on this. It's great. And there's lots of different power-ups and weapons you can get in the game, and lots of different cars and variants you can get, and fun tracks. And it's really cool. You're like tiny little cars and you're going around like on tabletops and in gardens and on pool tables and things. Really fun series. In my opinion, V4 is probably the best out of them, but I'm quite partial to V3 on PlayStation 1 because I grew up with that one. But I'm happy to have this back in the collection finally, and I just need the original Micro Machine games, but I do have all of the Micro Machine games that are on PlayStation now, apart from the new latest one. And then we get into the PlayStation 4 games. Got 5 here. Up first, we've got a buyback. This is Road Trooper HD, or Road Trooper Redux, originally on the PlayStation 2 era of consoles, and I think it was on Xbox and GameCube and PC, of course. This game is based on the comics by 3000 AD, or 2000 AD. Why do I say 3000 AD? And I believe this game is meant to be really, really good. Apparently, it's got a really good story in it, and you're basically like a super soldier, one could say. And like I said, they remastered this, and it was only a £5 in Cash Generator. I seen it get away, and I thought it would have been like £15, £10, but it was only a £5, and I thought, oh, I'll have a bit of that then, won't I? I had this on PS4, but I sold it because I was going to get it on Xbox One, because I was going for an Xbox One set at the time. But now that I've changed my mind, I'm having it back on the PlayStation 4. And I'm looking forward to trying it because I am enjoying story-driven games, which is why I've really enjoyed the Order 1886. Then in game, I don't normally buy stuff from game, which is why today, like I said, there's less stuff because I've got 2 games here. These were 2 for £30. Game had some good deals on today. They had games that were 4 for £20, 2 for £20, or 2 for £30. So I went with 2 of them that were 2 for £30. I picked up Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been meaning to try this game out for a while. I heard this game is one of the best games of last year. I think it came out last year. It might have been the year before, but I'm sure it's last year. This game is meant to be a fantastic open world experience. Again, a first party exclusive. This is a great example of a really good exclusive. I hear this game is absolutely fantastic. I hear it's beautiful, the gameplay's great, and the story is really good too. So I'm trying to get all of the exclusives on PS4 before I get all the multi-platform stuff and the cheap stuff later on. I've been waiting for a while to get this game. I know there's a complete edition, but I don't really much care for DLC and stuff these days. If you know, sometimes they give it away for free later on and stuff. And if I want the DLC that bad, I can always pay for it. I don't mind. But from but pre-owned, still again really happy to finally have this, and I'll probably be giving this a go at some point in the future. But I am very happy. This is a buyback. Originally I had this and then I sold it because I wanted to get it on Xbox One, but now I've gone back to PS4. Dynasty Warriors 9. Oh yes, part of the queue for £30. I've been wanting this game for a while. I was kind of pissed off because I seen it in game for £15, but you know, Horizon Zero Dawn in game would have been CEX, sorry, would have been £18. So you know, in a way, it worked out cheaper. Now, I know this game didn't do very well, and I know that it sort of disappointed a lot of people, but I think they've updated it since and added some new stuff. I'm a massive fan of the Warriors series, that much is known, and I am going for a full Koei Tecmo set. Well, I'm going to go for a full Warriors set first, and then get the other Koei games, because most of them are like JRPGs and things, which I don't play that much at the moment. But I am trying to work through playing every single Warriors game, so eventually I can do a video showcasing all of them, and then eventually I can do individual reviews. So in a way, I'm really glad to finally have this game back, and I never played it when I owned it originally, so I'm quite excited to actually try it out. I know it's not as good as the last couple of Warriors games, but it went open world and they tried to put in a lot of new things. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to the expectations that people had of it, and it promised to be more than what it was. Like I said, I don't know if it's changed, but I hear that it's not as bad as what some people make it out to be. I've spoke to a few people who've said that they enjoyed Dynasty Warriors 9, and with the Warriors series, you either enjoy them or you don't. So if you enjoy them, you're going to enjoy them. There's not really a Warriors game that I've played that I haven't liked, apart from Strike Force I wasn't too keen on, and the Dynasty Warriors 6 I wasn't too keen on the combat in that game, but I still played it nonetheless. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. I don't know what my next PS4 game is going to be that I'm going to play through next. Probably be Senran Kagura, which yes, is quite a risque game, but I'm happy to have that back. Like I said, I don't normally buy stuff from game, but 2 for £30 couldn't really go wrong. 2 AAA titles there. Well, 1 AAA title, 1 game that I wanted for a while. And then from CEX, 2 more PS4 games. I picked up this game called Armagallion, Decks of Destiny. Never seen this game before. This game basically says it's Hearthstone meets Warcraft, which, not Warcraft, World of Warcraft, the original Warcraft. And this game looks really cool, actually. At first I wasn't going to get it, and then because I went upstairs and I had a look at the PS4, PS2 stuff and stuff, and I didn't really see much, so I thought, you know what, I'll get a couple more PS2 games, PS4 games, sorry, and this was only a £5, so I couldn't really, so even if I don't like it, I haven't wasted that much money on it, but I've never seen it before, and this game basically is a combination of a real-time strategy and a card building game, which sounds really cool. So like I said, Hearthstone meets Warcraft, you know, kind of sort of reminds me a little bit like Blitz in Halo Wars 2, in that sort of style of collecting cards and then real-time strategy. I really do like real-time strategy games. I really do like strategy games. Real-time strategy games. Unfortunately, when it comes to console real-time strategy games, they don't really do as well. Normally, I don't really boost on PC. I've always been a console gamer. I don't hate PC, don't get me wrong. If I had a PC, I would be playing games on PC, but these are the sort of games I'll be playing, real-time strategy. Big fan of Dawn of War, Company of Heroes, that sort of stuff. Command and Conquer style games. But I'm kind of curious as to how well this one's going to hold up, and it's part of the Maximum Games. Maximum Games do a lot of these AA titles, you could say. Not budget titles, but AA, one could say. And then I finally decided to get it. I've been holding off on getting this for a while, but for 15 quid, I thought, you know what? Not a bad price. I would have originally got it on Xbox One. Some people say you should have got it on Xbox One, but I don't have an Xbox One X or a 4K TV, so there's no point me, you know. And like I said, I don't really care about graphics. You know, I know Xbox One and PS4 Pro and side-by-side comparison. Just, how about instead of comparing graphics, just look at what the game is like. I finally got Assassin's Creed Origins. It was £15, which in my opinion weren't too bad, but it's the deluxe edition. It is from CX, so the DLC probably isn't going to work. However, it does come with a little art book and a hand-drawn map. So I'm just going to quickly open it up, and it comes in this little card sleeve here, and it comes with this map as well here. I don't want to open it up because I can never put them back together. It comes with a hand-drawn map. Well, I wouldn't know if it's hand-drawn, but in an ancient Egyptian style. And, oh, it's not the art, but and also a soundtrack CD. I don't listen to the soundtrack CDs, but I do like to have them as part of, you know, collector's items. So £15 for the deluxe edition isn't bad. Yes, it probably doesn't have the DLC, or the DLC probably doesn't work, but I'm happy to finally own the game at least. The DLC code is here. Season pass. I don't think the season pass is there, but it comes with some DLC. I can try the DLC. Sometimes you get lucky with CX. Sometimes the DLC works, sometimes it don't. I don't think it will in this one, because if it's the deluxe edition, they probably use the code, but some people don't. So I'm happy to actually have this, and that's why I decided to pick it up, because I thought £15 for a somewhat limited edition, well, deluxe edition, isn't bad. The reason why I never got this game day one is because it's not that I don't like Assassin's Creed, don't get me wrong. I love the Assassin's Creed series. Well, I don't love it as much as some people do. But I sort of gave up with Assassin's Creed after, you know, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the last one I really, put a lot of time into. But Assassin's Creed Origins, the reason I held off on it for so long is because I heard that they changed the style of game and made it into more of an RPG where you can level up and get weapons and stuff like that. I don't mind that sort of thing. I just felt like in an Assassin's Creed game it just didn't feel right, but I can't really hold it against it for them trying to, you know, do something new and change the series up a little bit, because, you know, if you've got a series that's well known for something, that's fine and all, but after a while people are going to start to go, well, how much is actually different apart from the story, you know, and the setting, you know. This one takes place in Egypt, and I believe this is the original story on how the assassins came to be, so kind of cool one there. I'll be looking forward to trying this one out. So even if you've never played an Assassin's Creed game, you can play this one, because technically it's the first one in the storyline. But I don't really care about the future Assassin's Creed and what takes place in the present time. I care about the history things, and I hear this one is really good. If I like this one and I enjoy it as much as people say it's say how good it is, I'll probably end up getting Odyssey when it goes down to about £20, £15 like this one. But I'm happy to own it. But if I'm going to say what my best pickup of the day is, I'm going to say Assassin's Creed Origins for 15 quid. Can't go wrong. The deluxe edition, actually. So happy to finally own a deluxe edition in my PS4 collection. I do have the limited edition Odin Spear game, but I don't have the game because I ended up selling the game, but I still have the big box with all of the art book and stuff in, which I do that sometimes if I've had to sell stuff. I tend not to sell my limited editions. I tend to sell the game on its own, because I can get the game back later on. I don't really like to sell my limited editions, but nonetheless, guys, there we go. A small pickup, but a 25-minute long video. That's not too bad. Talking quite a bit. I'm going to end this video here. Got to go to the shop, get some washing up liquid so I can do the washing up. Then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to go and finish off the Order 1886. And I'll probably do a review on that when I'm finished. Yes, I'm late to the party on that, but like I said, I've got my PS4 about a year and a half ago. So, you know, it's... But that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and, of course, comment below. Let me know what you've picked up recently. Let me know what your favourite pickup of mine was today. And are any of these games as good as what they are? Or is there a game here that I perhaps underestimating or undermining, one could say? And, of course, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Nice to see your face again, guys. Anyway, feel free to check out the links. I know I didn't do it again. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure I do it. If I don't do it, I will shoot myself. No, I'm not going to do that, but you know what I mean. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye. And as always, I forgot to do it. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.